You want me to shoot my guy down? That's a fine. Shoot him. Shoot him down. Shoot him down. Roger that. Try to steer slow from music. Try to steer slow. Okay, you go. Let's go.
Welcome everybody to the Fox 3 Phoenix channel. I am your host, Governator, and today we're going to see if we can take out the Russian president from the 1960s. Russian leader, I don't think it's really the president, but point is we're going to see if we can take him out in a single F-5. So while you guys are here, if you wouldn't mind taking a second to click that like and subscribe button, I'd very, very much appreciate it. Growing, we're a pretty large channel now, 578 subscribers, so woohoo! Anyways, still tiny channel, but I like doing this stuff and like bringing it to you, and obviously some people like it, so. Anyways, we are flying the F-5 equipped with two AIM-9 P5 Sidewinders. My goal is to slip past the Russian guards. It's the 1960s. I did give them AWACS, however, it's a little far away and they don't seem to be too concerned about me. We are about 30,000 feet. We're at 28,000. But that being said, there are 4 MiG-21s. They're all equipped with infrared-seeking missiles. I couldn't find anything that said they had the R3R developed in the 60s, so if I did that wrong, I apologize, but they've got 6 missiles each, so I mean, they're absolutely loaded with missiles. And then obviously there's also 2 MiG-19s because they were all coming out. Both those planes came out in the late 50s, so obviously in the 60s they would be a mainstay of the military. So that's why they're being guarded by 6 of those. My goal is to do exactly like I did in the 1960s American version, which is I'm going to slip past them and get all the way through their defenses, fire off my Sidewinder. I'll probably get killed, but it doesn't matter about me. It's all that matters is can I get to the president and get him killed. Remember, this is the 60s. They're using IR missiles. They don't really have forward aspect seeking ones, although they are equipped with the R60Ms, which are pretty darn good. They're not, I don't think they're considered forward aspect seeking, but I've seen some, I've gotten some tones on people that, well, let's just say I was not on their 6. So anyway, we got to be a little bit careful, and by that, a lot careful. You can see the other cool thing is we have a radar and an RWR, which, yeah, we had a radar before, but this is the most advanced radar I've ever used, and I know it's pretty bad, but it can detect large objects, I say, large objects, up to 40 miles away. So the MiG-21 was more like 30 kilometers away is the best it could do. So, you know, we kind of doubled that range, and I think that's cool. And on top of that, we have an RWR, so now if they have their radars on, I'm going to pick them up before too long anyway. So, anyways, I think, and the MiG-19, I should have said, they have the Ka-19 or Ka-13 missile. It's very, very basic Russian missile. It's terrible, and I'm not really worried about it because, again, they have to get behind me, fire their missiles at me, and go. I have full burners on. We have basically got fuel tanks that we're going to be using. So when I get within range, I'm going to drop those fuel tanks, and we're just going to continue to burn her on all the way there. We're heading at about Mach 1 right now, and maybe just barely under Mach 1, probably 0.99. With the tanks on, we can't exceed Mach 1. But as soon as I drop that, we'll end up going up to Mach 1.2, Mach 1.3, something like that. So, alright, that's everything that we can set up, I believe. And so, without further ado, I'll load back in when they start coming up on my RWR, because that'll be our first notification that we're getting close. Okay, we've burned through our fuel, so let's drop our tanks. See, that was the tank itself and the pylon it's with. A little bit early, but again, I don't need that much fuel. I'm not anticipating surviving this, to be honest. So we have a left and a right fuel tank. I have it biased to the left right now because it's a little bit bigger, and so I'm going to make sure I flip everything around so that I can get my missiles ready to go. And turn that volume down just a little bit so it's not quite so annoying, but it needs to be loud enough I can still hear it. Alright, you saw the RWR here. We have MiG-19s far away. That's what the little diamond thing over the 19 is, so we're picking up a MiG-19 radar signature, which I always think is funny because I would have guessed we would have picked the MiG-21 up first. For some reason, they either didn't put their radars on, or, you know, it sounds like they didn't put their radar on, because their 21's radar is better. Let's get this mirrors in place, just so I can check 6. Flares are working. Okay, we are heading in. And the other thing I have to do with this RWR is when they go into a lock mode, I have to switch out of search mode, so I can detect if anyone's locking me up. If they're locking me up, that means they're probably getting very serious about attacking me. So, don't see anyone. A little tiny speck way in the distance, actually. I don't know if you guys can. You probably can't see it with YouTube compression, but he's definitely very far away. See our fuel tanks coming down. A couple little specks far away now. I mean, some fighters are getting close. You can see we've got 2 19s on RWR. They're definitely getting closer here. And there's some 21s. Alright. Nobody's locking me though. I just switched it over into lock mode. Now we do have 2 sidewinders. If I get a good tone and I feel confident, I might let one go. Fox 2. And I don't think it tracked. I'm keeping the other one because we need to be able to use it later on. Alright, I'm trying to do some maneuvering here because they may be shooting missiles at me. And I need to be able to dodge them, obviously. I'm sending chaff and flare out a little bit, nothing crazy. Just trying to make sure I can't be hit. Oh boy, it looks like a missile. See right there? I think that was a missile. Alright, we still got 1 missile loaded up. And I believe there's the president right there. So we just made our way through all those guys now. They're turning around to get onto my 6. So let's come meet this guy. And again, now they're going to have to get on my 6 again, because they should all be in front of me now. Especially by the time I turn around here. girl. Alright, let's see, he's dropping flares. He knows what's about to come his way. Fox 2. And we hit him. I don't think he's dead. Maybe he is dead. That's some important stuff that fell off of him. Let's make sure we finish him here. Come on. Gotta get this guy before his buddies help. Alright, now we're shredding him. Now he's definitely done. Alright, good kill. Woo! We win! We took out the Russian leader in 1960s with a single plane. Now let's see if I can do anything. I bet you I'm going to get killed in a second here. Let's see what else is happening. RWR. Oh boy. There's a 19. Let's go. God. Alright, well guys, you've been watching the Fox 3 Phoenix channel. I'm your host, Govinator. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.